Hello, Kelley Woods here in Anacortes, Washington. Today I want to talk to you about anchoring. Now, for those of you in the field in which I work in, hypnosis and NLP, you already know what anchoring is, hopefully. And for those of you that aren't familiar with that term, it's merely taking advantage of the associations that we make with, experiences and some of the sensory input that comes with those experiences. For example, you might be familiar with the idea of when you smell a certain smell, a memory comes to mind, or even a person in your life. So we can utilize these associations, which are created, maintained, and managed in the neural pathways of our brain and our nervous system, to elicit the kind of responses that we want to have in life. Because often people feel like they're out of control of those responses, that they're just reacting to triggers in their life. And in hypnosis, we help people gain control over that by utilizing anchors and specifically accessing helpful anchors. And I always use the frames of helpful and unhelpful, rather than good or bad, or even positive or negative, because that helps release some of the judgment. Because, some of these associations are neither, and some of them may appear to be negative, but they're actually trying to help us in some way. So one process that I use quite often with my clients and with myself is to identify and utilize a word, and then turn that word into kind of a power signal, an anchor, so that people can experience all the positive attributes of that word in a really organic and easy manner. Now, the process that I'm about to share with you came to me from Mark Savard, and he gave me permission to share this. And I have, of course, made it my own. Like, I encourage you to make it your own too, but it's really a very simple process, and it doesn't require some kind of deep trance state. We know that hypnosis can amplify and really supercharge some of the things that we do, but it can be as simple as asking a person just to close their eyes and think about how they would rather feel in a particular experience or situation. And everyone has some state of being that they can draw on, some moment in their life where they felt confident, maybe where they felt secure or safe. And even if they can't access that, they can draw on the experience of others. Maybe something that they saw in a movie, maybe something that they read about. That's the wonderful thing about the subconscious mind, where our creative imagination lies, is that it doesn't know the difference between reality and fantasy. And so we can exploit that. We can leverage that. And in this process, which I call a power word, a power signal, we simply ask our client to draw on one of those states, one of those helpful states. Maybe they're struggling with a lack of belief in themselves, being able to do something, a goal of theirs. Well, we might ask them to think about times when they were able to do something, maybe something that they are effective at, maybe something they're competent at, and they can think about that. Or maybe they're feeling abandoned or lonely. Maybe we can ask them to think about what that would feel like to feel connected to others, to feel supported to others. But whatever it is, whatever goal a person has, whether it's yourself or a client, to think about what that would feel, what the solution feels like. Because so often the problem is that we've spent a lot of time focusing on the problem. When we turn our attention, that great spotlight of our attention, towards the solution, that great eavesdrop in our mind, the subconscious mind starts to take that as a template, a blueprint for where we want to go. And using a power word, and then being able to activate this word through this form of an anchor, really supports that, and it starts to redirect a person's attention, and it starts to actually rewire that neural pathway towards success, towards feeling better. Again, whatever it is that the particular goal is. So I will often set this up in some of the manner that I have here so far in this video, but really what I want to do is to excite a person's imagination so that they can tap into those inner resources that have been and always will be inside of them, and then supercharge them. And the way that we can do that is to just think about how we'd rather be feeling. And maybe your life is going great and you're doing really well, but you'd like a little extra emphasis, you'd like a little extra buzz on that. And I get that. Sometimes we want to just be able to tap into something that pushes us forward a little bit more, that elevates us, that gives us that sense of security or trust in ourselves and in our life. And in that case, this is a perfect exercise. So it goes for a broad spectrum. And I know that you'll understand how to apply this in a customized manner for yourself or for the people that you're helping. And basically how it goes is that we're just going to ask you to close your eyes for a moment, because even though hypnosis doesn't require eye closure, it just makes it easier to shut out those distractions, to put them off to the side. And whether you choose to do that or not, isn't it great to know that you have a choice? Personally, I feel like I start having a sense of control when I'm given the choice. And so whether you choose to close your eyes right now or whether you choose to continue to watch my face here, it doesn't really matter. Because I know that a really important part of you is paying close attention right now. And I wonder if you might even start to begin to think about the way that you would like to feel. Maybe in this moment or maybe in certain moments. You know, a lot of people in my field have to go and talk in front of people or make a video like this. And sometimes that can be a little bit intimidating. I wonder how that would feel. Or maybe you're struggling with some particular challenge like eating choices or some other habit. And you can think about how you'd rather feel in that moment. And maybe even a certain word comes to mind, and that's fine because that word might not be included in the ones that I offer to you, and that's perfectly fine too. You can use that word for what we're going to do here a little bit later. But just in case a certain word hasn't arrived to you, maybe you'd like to take one of the words that I offer and create a power signal out of that. Again, the choice is yours, isn't it? And so just taking a few deep breaths and relaxing yourself a bit, focusing even a little more deeply. I'm just going to offer some words to you. I'm just going to be repeating some words and let my voice resonate. Let my voice just be your thoughts for a moment. And I want you to pay attention to each word and notice if one or maybe more than one kind of resonates with your nervous system. You'll recognize it, you'll know it. So let's begin, shall we? Peace, peace, peace. Clear, clear, clear. Strength, strength, strength. Calm, calm, calm. Faith, faith, faith. Majestic, majestic, majestic. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Bright, bright, bright. Complete, 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 wonderful, 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 confident, 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 releasing, 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 beautiful, 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 healthy, 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 radiant, 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 focused, 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 forgiven, 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 splendid, 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 joy, 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 bliss, 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 love, 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 happy, 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 firm, 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 free, 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 okay, 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 comfort, 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 gratitude, 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 grounded, 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 unshakable, 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 compassion, compassion, compassion. That's right, and just sit with that for a moment. Perhaps one of those words really spoke to you. Perhaps you already had your word in mind. Whatever it is, whatever resonated deeply with you and seemed to capture all those feelings that you desire, all those feelings that you deserve, let that word now move through your mind, just staying in a focused state of mind. That's right, we're going to take that power word now and turn it into a power signal so that anytime that you need it, no matter what's going on, you can draw on it. You can activate this anchor. And so just imagine that whenever you think of this word, you become this word. Just tell yourself, whenever I think of this word, I become this word. Imagine that whenever you see this word, you become this word. Tell yourself, whenever I see this word, I become this word. Imagine that whenever you hear this word, you become this word. Whenever I hear this word, I become this word. And of course, whenever you speak this word, you become this word. Whenever I speak this word, whenever I say this word, I become this word. Excellent. Imagine yourself now going throughout your day or your night and just tapping into this, activating this powerful signal within you so that you become this word and all the attributes, all of the positive characteristics that it represents. You can just feel them flooding into your mind, into your body, supporting you, lifting you up and past any challenges. What a wonderful feeling that is. See that happening. Feel that happening. This is your word. This belongs to you now. Maybe you're in the grocery store line, and I don't know if you're like me, but I always get into this long line, and if I find myself becoming a little impatient or stressed out for some reason or another, I think of my word, and I instantly, just almost miraculously, become this word. What a wonderful gift to give myself and to the people around me. Imagine that happening for you. That's right. And you might even find yourself making some tangible representation of your power signal, maybe writing it on some Post-it notes and plastering those around so that you can be further reminded of this power within you. Or maybe you have a specific piece of art or jewelry that could contain this power word, this power signal for you. However you choose to utilize it, it's there for you, now and forever, from this moment on. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Let me know how you use your power signal and how it benefits you in the days and nights and weeks and months to come, because I'd love to hear it. And, as far as that power word list, well, you can use some of the words that I offered, but you can make one for yourself, and you can customize them for specific needs. I have a different list that I use for children, for example. I have a different list that I might use for people who are on a weight loss journey. So be flexible with it, like everything that we do. And by the way, my word is radiant. It served me well for several years, and I know that your word will serve you too. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you later. Bye.